Usually, when I do a video like this, you can see the background, my YouTube collection. As you can see, there's no more of the Callmecarson ones. I've took them down, and I'm no longer be wearing his merch on my videos. This is going to be a personal decision of mine, and in this video is going to explain why. Wow, I sounded dead as fuck at the beginning of the video, but holy shit, Carson, wow. So, if you don't know, Carson in 2019 started messaging his fans that were underage. They were 17, and Carson at the time was 19, and he knew what he was doing was wrong. Here's some screenshots. Even in this screenshot right here, he just says it's a bad idea for sexting her. Sexting is when you it's texting but nudes and shit. It's basically just sending nudes, and he knows it's a bad idea. And yeah, and all the screenshots that I'm showing you right now is the ones from 2019, and at this time the girl was 17, and yeah, like, he's just being a creep. He's talking about how he wants more of her, and it's just like, it's hard for him to resist. And it's just sad because at the time he did have a following. That's how he met her. Like, he groomed this underage girl and used his power of the following to get, like, what he wanted. Like, for her nudes and shit. It's fucking disgusting. Now, Slimesicle posted this response on Twitter. He's basically saying that he reported immediately because he knew a crime has been committed, which was the right thing to do. There was a crime and needed to be committed. And then, the worst part was, in my opinion, the manager asked him for, about a merch drop or even a goodbye video for Lunch Club. He refused because he no longer really wanted to be associated with Carson or Lunch Club. It's kind of sad how he's, now he has to be in this drama because he does know Carson and was a part of Lunch Club. This also explains why Lunch Club has stopped uploading videos and stopped making podcasts. I personally really loved the Lunch Club podcast. Now I moved to Boys That Stream, and I also moved to Rough House. There's other content out there, but Carson committed a crime, and even like he says, this is my favorite quote: no person should ever have to be a victim of something like this. Because Carson used his power. A crime should be treated as a crime, even if you love the person who's ever in a similar situation. Please, literally, take action. If this ever happens to you, take action. Report this, please. And I'm happy that Slimesicle Charlie, I'm pretty sure it's Charlie, stepped up and did this. Stepped up and was like, hey, and filed the police report.
Just for now, I might be taking a little break for January. All the things that are coming out about people who were my friends at some point in the Minecraft community, it's fucked. And, it seems to always be, all of these allegations and all of these things that come out are all coming from my friends in the Minecraft community.
So, that was Wilbert. That was his public statement on his stream. He sees it as the people that are in the Minecraft community doing this. And so he's going to just step away from it, which is a good thing. You should, get away from the situation if you can. Wilbur saw this as a way, hey, I'm going to get out of this. Which is a good idea. Is he going to miss some plot? I don't know what he's going to do on his streams. He's an amazing singer. Hopefully he does sing. But this really does bring to light, what, a community can hold. Oh my god. So Ted Nificent. Ted, he was a part of SMP Live, part of Lunch Club, and was a good friend of Carson's. And, I'm just going to go all the way to the bottom for this first little bit where it just says he's going to be removing the content that he did with Carson on his channel. Good for you, man. This should not be tolerated. This is a good step. And then, of course, up on the top, it does say, he did have a power over her because of, his status as a content creator and their fans. And, he was, at the beginning of last year, he's helping Carson with the Kate situation, trying to be a good friend. And, because he believed that he was truly hurt. and you always just want to be a good friend to him, along with the rest of Lunch Club. But then they started to learn about what happened. And, like, he told him about what happened, but the moment he started sharing the DMs, there was an obviously difference. I am paraphrasing this. Please read this all. Like, I would, like, this is, go support the other creators. Don't support Carson. Like, he had his chance. And I'm just really upset. Now, how we all figured out that this happened was because a group, like, two of his friends went on Drama Alert. In my opinion, Drama Alert is not the best place to go to when dealing with this situation. Like, if there's drama, never go to Keemstar. Keemstar is like one of the last people you go to. But since it was one of the first sources, I'm going to show you the clips since they say what happens. The clip I show you I do not own it. The clip is owned by Drama Alert and whatever news corporation that they consider themselves.
Well, I'm going to stick to the facts here, which was that one day in March, he called me shortly before he told Travis. Everybody was up in LA and he told most of them face to face, but he called me and I picked up the phone and he was basically like, I have to tell you something. And then he told me that he did underage girls. And I think that he said that they were fans. And that was what I was told. Pretty much by doing absolutely nothing. Because I just didn't want to involve myself in really anything that would be tied to this. I knew that someday it was going to come out, and I don't know, I feel like I dropped a few hints about it just so that people, when it did come out, would know that I wished that I could have talked about it, and I didn't want my life to be ruined by a lawsuit or something. But yeah, just kind of didn't really make videos, didn't really do anything about it, just kind of withdrew. And yeah, that's what I did, I guess. Reason to lie.
So everybody in Lunch Club was told firsthand from Carson.
Yep.
What is this? Why Lunch Club broke up?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd say there were probably about 2 months of limbo where just like nobody even wanted to really talk about it, and then it was just kind of officially decided that yeah, we're not going to do this. It was also that's.
But as you can see, like, the members knew what was going on, and frankly, at the end of the day, that's really what caused the group to break up. Like, they had a chance at potential, like, with being, like, a good YouTuber group, but Carson literally just killed it. Like, all their content was funny. Like, I loved the podcast, and when they did, like, that stream to raise money for content, I watched it, and it was just crazy. But luckily, jschaltt made a video explaining it. We really don't have to interpretate about the tweets, other people's tweets. So I'm going to break down the jschaltt video, like, in bits and pieces. Link in the description. I don't own the weekly slap footage I'm using. I'm just using it as commentary, of course.
Around late February, early March, Carson told the Lunch Club guys, as well as a bunch of close friends of his at the time, that he had been sexting his fans. He explained that he had exchanged photos with a 17-year-old while he was 19, and that he was done with it. He hadn't done it in months. He was ashamed of what he had done, and all that stuff. I never condoned what he had done. I remember a call with him and Josh where both of us basically said to him, like, dude, if this behavior continues, we're done. You know? Our close friend had fucked up, but he was also in a very dangerous place. But a few weeks ago, I started having some conversations with some of Carson's closest friends, including his former roommates. And in my discussions with them, I heard some things that suggested that Carson wasn't improving in the areas that he should have been. And he was showing signs of continuing some of his inappropriate behavior. And apparently this was happening while I was spending all this time trying to help him. And while he was saying that he was working on himself and that he was changing and that he hates the person he used to be. These conversations were really the ones that got me second guessing how genuine Carson had been to me and to others throughout this whole thing. I remember me and Connor were in Austin at the time. And over a long-ass dinner, we just kind of put all the pieces together that we often ignored, because of how close we were to him and because of how well he had always treated us. You know, there were always stories I'd hear from his roommates about how he treated them and how he generally just acted that I glossed over, and I shouldn't have. Also, seeing the DMs he exchanged with some of the girls that have come forward absolutely fucking disgusted me. Up until yesterday, I thought that all these encounters Carson had were very much, spur of the moment mistakes that he regretted instantly. And that was very much the story that everybody was told. And knowing what we do now, it's simply just not the case. This was something he pursued. Looking back now, almost every step of the way, Carson tried to downplay what had actually happened. I remember a time when he even referred to the last time it had happened as like Q4 2019 instead of giving us an actual date. And dude, I'm shocked. I can no longer say with any confidence that I believe Carson's behavior has ever stopped. I can't take his word for it anymore. When I came to this realization a few weeks ago, I'd cut ties with Carson and started talking to the other guys about how best to go about this. And I got to hand it to Noah and Travis for stepping up and talking about it first. I feel for all the victims here, and to know that more people could have been hurt this year while Carson and I were friends, and while I continued to associate with him, and while I believed that he was on the right path, that fucking kills me. I hope all of them have gotten and continue to get the help they need to get through this.
Sorry that I used so much footage from the weekly slap. He makes a lot of good points. I really recommend you guys go watch it. Again, link in the description. He goes more in depth about how he was what he did for his friend. Carson needed help, and when his friends thought it was still going on, that's when they had to step in and make it public. I hope he gets the help he needs, because if he's still doing this and he's been lying and manipulating his friends, then it's really an eye-opener that someone like Carson, someone sweet, innocent, people don't want to see get hurt, do this to somebody. That's when you just know it crossed the line, and it's just disgusting. Like, he used his powers as a content creator to have a young child, 17 still, to get him to send nudes and stuff. I know it sounds like I'm repeating, but this is like my main point. I don't think he's a pedophile. I think he's a guy that needs help, and considering it was barely even a 2 years age gap, yes, I think there is consequences. I think he should have to face some sort of jail time, because that is still child pornography, but I don't think he deserves the label as pedophile or pedo. Not yet, at least. In the weekly slap video that I cut out, they were like, Charlotte was talking about how he was like friends with him and like would stay in calls with him to help him get through his mental stuff. I really hope he's doing that with someone right now, but hopefully he isn't manipulating them like he has with those girls. Carson completely deleted his Discord server, and it was really sad because I would go in there and talk to random people. Frankly, if you were in there middle of the night, you have a chance of me joining your server. But I love his videos, but please, Carson, if you're listening to this, we love your videos, we love your personality, but you just need to get some help. Just get some help. We'll be here for you afterwards. Not supportive though, but we'll be here watching your videos again. Just take a break, and I think that's all. Hopefully Carson takes a break, and yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching my video. This is my idea and what I've heard and know about it. So if you guys liked it, leave a like. Or if you hated me for making it, leave a dislike. Well, sorry that I have a shitty voice. Have a good one.